Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. We are so excited to have Timeless Closets joining us. That's right. Excited for today. Wendy Scott, our master storage designer, is joining us again to talk more about the amazing cabinetry and custom luxury closets she offers. So first and foremost, welcome back to the show today. How are you?
I'm great, Jill. Thank you for having me.
Please tell us a little about the work you do.
Located in New Jersey, but I sneak into New York and Pennsylvania. We do custom closets and specialty cabinetry pieces.
Awesome. Well, that's wonderful to hear. And how do we find you? I know I've seen your work already. It's beautiful, by the way. What's the website?
Website is timelessclosetsandcabinetry.com. And you can find me on Instagram as well, Timeless Closets and Cabinetry. My email is wendy@timelesscc.com. And for phone number 908-328-7004.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks for being here. And I know last time we got to see some of your beautiful closets and you went over the price points and how, you can customize everything. What did you have for us today?
Today, we're going to talk about trends. What is trending in the closet?
What is trending in the closet?
Are we ready? Are we ready for a share screen?
I'm ready to share. Go ahead. You are ready to go.
Let's get into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's trending in the closet? Can you see my screen okay?
Yes, I see it perfectly. Color.
Okay. Color. So what's trending in the closet? Where we were, where we are, and where we're going. Now, one of the things that's important to note is what's trending in the closet might be what I'm seeing. It might not be what they're seeing down south or, on the West Coast. This is just what I've been doing and seeing a lot of lately, as well as some of the other designers that I've spoken to. And so just to jump right in, grays, tons of grays. That's where we were.
Oh.
I can't tell you the last time I did any of these gray tones. They're still around and some of them are still working. It depends on what you put them with to keep them kind of timeless. What we've been doing a lot more lately, though, is this lighter wood in the center.
Okay.
And a lot of just more blondes and the white oaks. And where we're going, it looks like, is more of a warmer wood tone.
Really? So back to that dark. I'm thinking like darker kitchens are out of style now, like that dark wood, but it's coming back for the closets.
It's coming back. It's kind of a transition. You're going to get a little warmer and a little warmer. And then they like some statement, where you have like a super duper dark, very moody and really intense. But currently I'm seeing more of warms and more subtle patterns and everything. So just to, kind of show you, this is a gray washed. And each picture I'm going to show you is going to show you another trend, though.
Okay.
So even though we're at the gray wash, I'm doing less and less of this. The picture right here is still pretty on trend because this is a leather floor. And this is a heck of a lot of mirror and glass and lights and gold hardware. So all still trending and huge. And if you're not doing lights in your closet, give me a call. I'll hold your hand and walk you through it.
Okay.
You're out of your mind.
Good.
Okay, so where we're at right now is, the white oaks and the lighter colors, mixing and matching them. This is actually an office I did in North Jersey and won a top shelf award recently. So, the lighter, kind of like lighter.
Yeah.
And now where we're headed is warmer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A little bit warmer. Yeah. And they like that subtle texture. So this wood grain actually has a really fine line to it. It's not real strong and heavy.
And tell me the exact terminology of it again, because it's not full wood. It's called, what was it?
It's called TFL.
Oh, TFL.
Thermally fused laminate. Old school called it melamine. Melamine has kind of got a dirty name to it these days for some reason, but TFL is what they like to call it. And that's what it is. It's a thermally fused laminate. It's not what you find at the big box stores. There's a pretty big difference of what you're finding in the closet industry. The majority of us are using the same products where it's so thermally fused laminate. It's like a furniture grade pressed particle board with a
Okay.
melamine skin thermofused to it.
Ooh.
And that's what this, for lack of a better word, paper is. And they're, we go back to the color in the carrot where they've dyed it, they've put a ticking in it so it has a movement that is textured, and then they put in the dyes that make it look like that wood grain. So we've done several projects where you can't tell if it's wood or if it's TFL.
Okay, good. Thank you for
And one of the
clarifying that.
Yeah, and one of the things that we didn't touch on last episode when pricing is when you do price wood, like true wood in a closet,
Hmm.
multiply your closet price by 3 to 4.
Oh, got it.
That's why we're doing TFL.
Yeah.
Okay. So super mats, a lot of super mats happening where, you know, you can look at a melamine color or a TFL color, and sometimes they have like a little, it looks like it looks fake.
Hmm.
Some of the super mats though are they have this like a soft velvety texture, and they look like paint. And
Okay.
they're super, super nice. And these are some colors that we're actually seeing a lot of is that deep blue, which is interesting. What I said in the very beginning is blue is really hitting the Northeast right now. It's been in the South for a while. We're just now seeing it and able to access it. I'm told by some kitchen designers that blue's on the way out and
Okay.
green is on the way in.
Really?
So Celadon is a green that's in my closet right now. This is an Araco color, and Verde. So you're gonna see Celadon tomorrow when I do my actual closet episode. And then Verde it's almost like a deep forest green,
Hmm.
and it's a pretty cool color. That one I'm actually doing in a model home right now. I'm excited to see what that comes out to. Um, Roja made its appearance, I believe, in the last, not this Euro Cucina, but the one before, I
Okay.
believe. Um, I wasn't there. I know smart people who go to these crazy things and
Yeah.
tell me things, and share their super information with me. But some like the interesting Roja colors and the burnt kind of oranges. But the super mats are there. They're gorgeous. They're fun. Um, and they look like paint, which is why I love them. I actually loved the Celadon so much, I painted my kitchen this color.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I think it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, it's okay. Quiet
Ooh.
patterns and soft
Ooh,
textures.
what's that? Like, oh, is that like where a window should be, but it's covered? Is that like fabric or what?
S-
Ooh, that's fancy.
Okay. This is, and we're
I
going to do a deep dive with this in a few weeks. This is the recycled leather. So, and do you remember
Yes,
where it
we
comes
talked
from,
about that.
Jill?
Oh yeah, from the ends of the pocketbooks. No, the bags. It was the leftover parts of the when they're slicing the seats for
Yes, cars.
cars. That was it.
Okay.
Thank you. Like they
I,
were the
I,
scraps of like I'm like trying to think. Yes. Oh,
I
but
had to test you.
thank you.
Ecodomo out of Maryland. They make the
Hmm.
recycled leathers. They also have cow hides and additional veneers. But we go back to the soft texture and the subtle patterns that they're talking about. And these two right here are shagreen, which is what a lot
Ooh.
of designers, interior designers, have been using for a
Hmm.
while and absolutely love. And it's just got that real subtle texture to it, but up close and personal, wow, it's rich. These are five-piece shaker door, or actually shaker door, five-piece shaker door in with leather inserts. These are made by JB
Okay.
Cutting out of Michigan. And so they're taking the leather and they're inserting it into the doors for you.
Ooh.
Um, so, one-stop shopping makes life a lot easier.
Sure does.
Amazing, amazing looks, different kinds of leathers. And then we go back to more soft textures where this is, my favorite, which is the crocodile. And then you have the pieces that look like linen in the TFL as well. And then these handles are actually a vegan leather.
Okay.
So it's my nice way of saying fake. Um, and that's huge too. So if you can't, leather's not cheap, but you get whatever you pay for, right? So
True.
if it's not in your price point, this particular closet right here, I only did the drawers. All the doors were
Ah.
done in the TFL. So you don't
Okay.
have to do an entire closet in leather, just do pieces.
Okay.
You just do, and in fact, I'm going to go backwards. This leather floor, that's actually where Ecodomo got their start, with leather flooring.
Ooh.
Leather. It's
Wow.
durable. Go back to our fun page. The subtle textures. So you have handles. So if you can't do your pieces in, in a door, you could do the leather look in a
I like
handle
that. That's
where it's wrapped
beautiful.
in different colors. And then again, you have your subtle textures. Wow, we're whipping through this one.
I know.
Um, More leather and more leather looks. Um, this is also done with, this is a blue shagreen. I saw this at the Closet Expo and about had a heart attack. So gorgeous. And a micro shaker or a slim shaker, depends on who you ask what that's called. But again, the subtle texture, blues still being really cool colors. This is that up close and personal, so you can see why I love crocodile so much. And then the whole setup of leather handles. What's cool with this is this particular company, this is a Hayfula product called Tag Hardware. So Tag Hardware is sold through Hayfula. And we talked
Mm,
about this before, where they have an entire series of hardware that matches. So as
beautiful.
and again, we talked about that before, where there's,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see it in a minute when we talk about golds, that there's so many golds in the industry. So what they did is they came out and they created one specific one, and all of their hardware across the board matches. So they also have the faux leather or the vegan leather handles with all the matching metals that match all of their accessories. So it's all cohesive. And
Beautiful.
then metals. So we're back to metals.
Okay.
Different things that we're doing with metals. So these is again, you see JB Cutting's little name right there.
Mm-hmm.
Putting mesh in the 5-piece door. Seeing a lot more call for that.
Okay.
Here we're back with the brush gold and the satin bronze. So again, a couple of the different more popular colors, shades of the gold, and again in the matching handles. So in the metals, some of the fun things that we're doing, you can do a ton of different colors of mesh. This is Brownwood or Designed by Distinction makes metal pieces. So I'm currently working on a project where we're going to be taking a thick shelf and we're
That's
going to
beautiful.
route and
Okay.
what's called dado. So we're going to dig a hole into the shelf and then shove a piece of metal trim in it. So
Ooh,
you can do all kinds of fun stuff with metal. I'll show you another piece again in a minute. This is actually a wood piece where we're getting to those warmers pieces. This is actually for a project I'm working on right now where it's a wine niche. And so we're doing a black mat. I think we're going to do gold metal access, a warm wood, and then throw in some black shagreen metal for it. The
awesome.
other thing, so while the metals are still doing a lot of golds, I'm still doing a bit of black, and not to discount would be chrome. I have not stopped using chrome this entire time. I probably sell more chrome than anything. Chrome or silver. It's considered powerful, timeless, and versatile. You can take it from traditional to modern. So it kind of serves the purpose. Um, and it just kind of sticks around. Not doing oil rub bronze much. I can't tell you the last time I did it, but definitely doing a lot of black. And you see black hardware here on the
Um,
center one on JB's door. But
beautiful.
a lot of fun things that you can do with metal, or mixing the metal where you're doing leather and metal. Element Doors they work with Ecodomo now, and they make aluminum frame doors with metal inserts. Super cool.
I've never seen anything like this today, to be honest with you, from any designer out there. So I'm like, I just dreaming about the day I break down walls and I make a bigger closet and get to have a fancy closet like this because this is gorgeous.
I'm
Wow.
telling you,
I
Jill,
mean,
we need to go in your attic.
which one's the most popular metal?
I'm going to say right now, popular wise, if you want a statement, you're doing things in gold.
Okay.
And it depends on the gold. Some people love the more bronzy color. Some people love the more brush color. It's a personal preference. And you know, it, you got to see it in person. You got to see it in the
Yeah,
space. You got to see it with your materials. Again, my most common is still chrome.
really.
But when you're looking at statements and you're looking at real design,
Mm-hmm.
you're looking at the golds right now. And then
Got it.
you can always mix and match. This is almost like a goldish brown. I have a cheat box of tells which this one. So this is not a true gold mesh. It's a multicolored one, but they
Okay.
mixed it with the black hardware. So you can still mix and match and get into trouble.
Got it. Thank you.
So the next thing that we're talking about a lot of is making statement pieces. So it's not just a closet, it's making a statement. And you can do that throughout the home. You're not just closet designers don't just work inside the closet. We like to step outside the box, in more ways than one.
Of course.
So statement pieces. And again, you're looking at two things that are also hitting almost every trend. So I'm lucky enough that I get to work with a lot of interior designers, and that's where they come up with these crazy things and then say, can you figure this out? So this particular one is Karen Wolf Interiors, and we did a floating television unit. So not only is
Hmm.
this floating right here, but this is a floating waterfall white crocodile leather countertop. I just
Whoa.
hit two trends.
Wow.
We've got our lights. Lighting is a trend. We'll talk about that in a second. You got your floating shelves, and then you've got statement wallpaper in the crazy blues. Karen Wolf Interiors, I would definitely check her website out if you get a chance. Amazing statement. This one right here just won a top shelf design. This
Wow.
is with Lori DiGiacomo Interiors. And what we did for this is it's on my Instagram. If you scroll through and look for this, you can see it. You'll see an up close of the material. So this looks like a faded gray.
Okay.
It's actually the weirdest pattern that I've ever seen. And it's like funky little stripes cross-hatched in there. And what we did to make this happen was we took two pieces of TFL and we glued them together. And then we put extra edge banding on it so it looked robust.
Oh.
And then what you're not seeing right now, because it doesn't photo as well, is that each one of these openings has a puck light.
Oh.
So it lights up. And she has crazy wallpaper on the back. She's an amazing designer. Again, Lori DiGiacomo Interiors. And each wire is going back and then channeling down through the panels until we get to the very bottom and we hide all the electrical components. But again, it's using lighting. It's using subtle texture, which again, we're talking about quiet patterns as one of the big trends, and then muted, kind of muted colors and lighting. And I think everything I just hit, and my dog just walked in the house, which is scary.
Oh, that's
Let's
awesome.
go back.
We
More
love
statement pieces.
we love
Okay, the
surprise
warmer
guests.
surprise guests. Well, hopefully she behaves. More surprise statement pieces. It's all about you and what's important to you. And so this particular design, there's a story on my Instagram where my client sent me a photo with her dog who's deaf, had taken all the pillows and ripped them
Mm.
apart. And her living room is filled with fluff. So she sent me a picture and said, help me. So we built a TV unit, and each one of these is a dog crate. So they have to be able to breathe. So we use the wire mesh. And then these
Ooh.
doors slide and hide the television. So when you don't want to see it, then you can see tchotchkes on the side. But again, it's statement pieces that are important to you, warm colors. This is the black. Black is actually really nice. Nice piece of stone. Right here is another statement.
Wow.
Okay, so this is where we talk about attic space, right? And how you're important too, Jill, not just the kids and your husband.
Thanks.
You are important too.
Thank you.
And showing your family that you value yourself is going to teach them to value you more. So this particular design was done with I just drew a Trincanalo. I just drew a blank on her first name. She's going to kill me. So we do designer show houses sometimes. And so we did a room on the third floor in the attic dedicated to kind of like a she shed. It was her space where you have a writing table and you have a lounge in the back and you have there's a wine refrigerator back there that's actually white. But one of the really cool pieces right here is all the ceilings were angled. So we cut an angle with the cabinetry, we mirrored it, and then we stuck the wedding dress in there. Because Jill, seriously, where's your wedding dress?
Well, I don't have a wedding dress. I'm not married, but I don't. It's okay.
Okay. Well,
Actually, I
I
do
can
have a
honestly
wedding
tell
dress.
you.
No, it's not true. I do have one because I was on a reality show on Fox called Married by America. So I do have a wedding dress that's in the attic. In a
Okay.
box, stored. Yep,
Okay. I
in
could tell you
plastic.
that mine is sitting in the closet behind me in the bag, unwashed.
Oh gosh.
And so I was married on a baseball field. So I have dirt. That's another
Oh,
story for another day. I've got my husband and I met. We were playing softball and I was the catcher and he was the pitcher. So we got married on a pitcher's mound. So there's dirt, there's grass. I haven't touched the dress since the day I took it off. It's just hanging there. And I walk into closets all the time, and so many
I
people's
love it.
items are thrown. They have their wedding dress just shoved somewhere, but it means something to you. And it's
Mm-hmm.
about you. So we were this
Yeah.
dress was donated for the Mansion in May, which is the designer show house, donated by White House Bride in White House Station. Great lady, great place to go. She donated this dress, it's got beading on the back, and it's about displaying things that are important to you, and that's a lot of your personal space. Making things more customized to you, very
Mm-hmm.
personalized. What you can't see is all these drawers are actually leather, white crocodile, another favorite, and gold hardware. But again, statement pieces.
Yeah.
So we're going to go on. So then we talk about quiet luxury, soft textures, warm woods, and quiet patterns. And so
Okay.
this is another designer show house. And so we have the warm woods that are in the back. You don't have to make the entire closet wood. You can do pieces, and that
Hmm.
also helps keep your cost more effective. So you have the doors are all JB cutting. And let me see if I don't know if I can make this bigger. Can I make this bigger? Did that go bigger for you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So gold,
Quiet
again,
luxury. I see the gold.
gold hardware. You've got that warm wood on the back. You've got leather handles.
Mm-hmm.
And what is right here is these drawer faces are chagrin leather. The countertop is done in chagrin leather. And each one of these drawers is wrapped in gold metal. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger for you. I think
Sure.
what we're going to do is a whole nother show on the designer show house focusing this one.
Okay.
So each one is wrapped in leather.
Wow.
It's a process.
Yeah.
JB Cutting made me drawers, sent it to Ecodomo. Ecodomo wrapped it in leather. The countertop, again, leather. It's all subtle textures, subtle patterns, quiet luxury. And I'll go back and make it small so you don't. And then again, you have lights, another
Mm-hmm.
trend. You've got mirror that you can't see right there with mirrored doors. Again,
Okay.
quiet luxury, soft textures. Let me go back. And then, so we're going to lights and luxury. Huge trend, making your closet look like it's a boutique, making
Mm-hmm.
your closet look like it's a store. So this is the closet that was featured in the article for the Wall Street Journal. And she hits every single trend right here. We've got our gold. We've got the white velvet. So even though, so the white velvet looks like a paint, so that's a soft texture. We've got mirrors everywhere. We have mirrored cabinets. We've mirrored ends. Every single cabinet lights up. And then it's all displayed like she's walking into her own personal boutique. So you've got luxury kind of just throughout.
Ooh.
And here's another view of hers. So you can see, and then, we put all her bags in the color of a rainbow
Mm-hmm.
so she can smile every day she walks in. Again, leather countertops, just soft palette, neutral, quiet luxury. And then, so for me, so special thanks, JB Cutting, Christina Relier. She's someone who I get to work with a lot of interior designers, and I also try to work a lot with my vendors,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll call them for advice. Ariane from Tag Hardware, I call her up and I'm like, "What do you think about this?" And she gives, because she has a design background, she knows. Christina over at JB Cutting, she sends me a lot of information and shares with me, and just really has her finger on the design, what is trending in
The
design. So
pulse,
just
the design pulse.
the
She's
pulse, the design pulse, she
yeah.
is top notch. So thank you to Christina. And then, even though these are trends, and basically it's great to give you an idea at the end of the day, but it's really about you. And there was a quote by Jeremiah Brent in Vogue magazine, and he said, "When design is personalized, it's timeless."
Got
And
it.
at the end of the day, that's something you have to really remember, is making your designs timeless and personalized, whether it's a hot trend or not. What really matters is what's important to you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Wow. All right.
Your interior space is your story, how you live, and what you love, and all are about.
Awesome.
We hit 11 o'clock on the money.
I know. We're still good. We're still good. But let's close out that share screen and sum up for today. My goodness, so but beautiful.
I can never find my stop share.
I love that mirror on the side of that island like that. I do. Guilty. I love it.
Thank you.
Just
I'm
expands
sorry.
the
I'm still looking.
space.
I'm still looking for my stop share
No,
button.
it's okay. Well, in the
I-
meantime, as we stop sharing screen, let's remind everyone, Wendy, how do we reach you at Timeless Closets, and how do we get in touch with you?
Screen sharing, and I still am not finding the button, and I apologize because I am having technical difficulties. So you can find me on all of my social media channels as Timeless Closets and Cabinetry. It's on Instagram, on Facebook, and on the website, timelessclosetscabinetry.com. My email is wendy@timelesscc.com, and my phone number 908-328-7004.
All right. Thank you so much. Looking forward to the next time we get to connect, and always appreciate your time here. And special thanks. There she is.
Thanks. Kari, are you able to stop the share?
No, I can't stop your share. I'm sorry.
Good grief.
It happens.
So
Yeah, I
make you
can't
bigger.
stop it.
Oh, it's
Stop
on it's because I have
video.
two screens. I
There
have
you
two
go.
screens up, and that's what it was on the other screen.
Well,
So
thank you for being
Jill.
here. Always a pleasure. Looking forward to the next time we speak. Thank you. Have a great day, okay?
You too.
Bye-bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.